Good evening, YouTube community, sports fans nation and worldwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log. I'm your host, Lex Anderson, and I thank you for taking the time out of your evening to spend a few minutes with me. We'll keep it short and sweet, but you know what it is. Football, shovel pass, a short key to victory. And you know what else has keys? Prisons, locks, and Throwback Thursday, going with Heart of Glass. And I've been searching online, and whenever I type in Robert Kraft's name, in the images, he's always wearing a shirt with a white collar. So I was like, you know what? Maybe for Halloween, I will dress up like Robert Kraft. But I'm not going to do that actually because I've never paid for sex. And I sure as hell have never paid for sex from women who are victims of a human trafficking ring. And so you've tuned into what is a series of me talking about why Robert Kraft needs to relinquish ownership of the New England Patriots and why Goodell and the NFL owners have to force his hand and make him do so. As I've stated before, Robert Kraft, his son, is the team president. They'll be in good hands. But we no longer need to see Robert Kraft sitting in his skybox with Mark Wahlberg and Bon Jovi, the entire group of Aerosmith or whoever's coming by for the day in his owner's suite. Because Robert Kraft, at 77 years old, I'm sure people are still laughing it off. I don't see a lot of coverage on it. So here in the Sports Opinion Log, I'll talk about what no one's talking about. The fact that the women that he was handpicking himself as he would go down there to Jupiter, Florida, which is also nearby Trump's place, Mar-a-Lago, I believe it is. So, yeah, remember Brady had a MAGA, a Make America Great hat in his locker? Owner, close buddy, Donald Trump, hangs out, the elitists. So, thank goodness for the federal government doing this drug and human trafficking ring and catching him in the act. But will any real punishment be handed down? So I will ask you, the public, whoever is watching this video, let's just think about human trafficking. That means you're taking a person, female, against her will, abducting, kidnapping, stealing, right? You're being stolen, you're being taken off the streets or wherever you came from and are being forced to sell your body. Human trafficking, which I was talking to my boy Callie. He told me it was something that started out originally out there in Europe, but has made its way Central America, Mexico, and is pretty heavy here in the USA. But of course, Robert Kraft can attest to that. So what I will do is what I will do with every video. Read the first two paragraphs of the conduct policy, and then a snippet of a page in regards to what's going on. So, shall we begin? Yes, we shall. Just open it up. Okay, now this is the NFL conduct policy, league policies for players, circa 2016. But please note that this includes everyone who works for the NFL. First paragraph. It is a privilege to be a part of the National Football League. Bold letters underlined, everyone who is part of the league must refrain from conduct detrimental to the integrity of and public confidence, close quotes, the NFL. This includes owners, coaches, players, other team employees, game officials, and employees of the league office, NFL Films, NFL Network, or any other NFL business. Conduct by anyone in the league that is illegal, violent, dangerous, or irresponsible puts innocent victims at risk, damages the reputation of others in the game, and undercuts public respect and support for the NFL. We must endeavor at all times to be people of high character, We must show respect for others inside and outside our workplace, and we must strive to conduct ourselves in ways that favorably reflect on ourselves, our teams, the communities we represent, and the NFL. Mind you, this is only for players. We are talking about a owner. So if you have a rule of conduct for players, well, I can only imagine that if you're an owner, it's got to be 100, 1,000, 100,000, a million times stronger than what I'm reading here. So tonight we will just go to the investigation. Okay. Whenever the league office becomes aware of a possible violation of the personal conduct policy, it will undertake an investigation, the timing and scope of which will be based upon the particular circumstances of the matter. As such investigation may be conducted by NFL security, independent parties, or by a combination of the two. In cases that are also being investigated by law enforcement, the league will work to cooperate with and to avoid any conflict or interference with the law enforcement proceedings. In conducting investigations, the league office will make reasonable efforts to safeguard requests for confidentiality from witnesses and others with information. In addition, the league will not tolerate any retaliation against anyone who, in good faith, reports a possible violation or provides truthful information during an investigation. Any person who directly or indirectly through others interferes in any manner with an investigation, including by retaliating or threatening to retaliate against a victim or witness, will face separate disciplinary action under this policy. Prohibited retaliation includes, but is not limited to, threats, intimidation, harassment, or any other adverse action threatened expressly or implied or taken against anyone who reports a violation or suspected violation of this policy or who participates in an investigation of a complaint. All right. And let's see, got some other stuff here. Well, last paragraph. Because the Fifth Amendment's protection against self-incrimination does not apply in a workplace investigation, the league will reserve the right to compel a player to cooperate in its investigation, even when he is the target of a pending law enforcement investigation or proceeding. A player's refusal to speak to a league investigator under such circumstances will not preclude an investigation from proceeding or discipline from being imposed. Okay, so sounds like someone needs to do some talking. Sounds like Roger Goodell and the owners, well, not the owners, but obviously there should be a further investigation done on this matter. He was handpicking women who were part of a human trafficking ring and drug ring. So again, I present more evidence as to why Robert Kraft needs to be stripped of his title as owner of the New England Patriots. If you agree or disagree, please feel free to drop a comment in the box below. If you've come this far into the video, I would suggest that you subscribe to this channel, as there will be more, as the conduct policy is 8 pages, and so far we just got through the first 4. So there will be more in the subsequent series of why Robert Kraft needs to be let go as owner of the New England Patriots. I thank you very much for tuning in. This is your boy Lex Anderson, doing what no one else will do and talk about the real issues, the humanitarian issues. And if the NFL truly cares about the integrity of the shield, they will remove Robert Kraft again from his ownership of the New England Patriots. Thank you very much for tuning in. Oh, and by the way, that bell icon over there to your right, ding, you know it. Make sure to press it to stay up to date for any and all upcoming future videos. Trust and believe there will be more. Hey, how's it going? Cut.